Good afternoon. On 17th July 2020, we drafted a petition to the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, asking him to initiate the process towards the dissolution of Parliament for the reason that the two-thirds gender rule had not been implemented. Today, we are here gathered as the Law Society of Kenya Council, together with other players who have partnered with us to ensure that this initiative is completed. I will read the statement on behalf of the Law Society of Kenya. I will thereafter invite the chair of the Gender Committee of the Law Society of Kenya and then request Daisy Amdanyi to speak on behalf of our other partners. On 17th July, the Law Society of Kenya petitioned the Honorable Chief Justice to advise the President of the Republic of Kenya to dissolve Parliament. The petition was made on the ground that Parliament has failed to enact legislation to implement the two-thirds gender rule. The failure has persisted, notwithstanding two decisions by the High Court made on the 26th of June 2015 and on the 29th of March 2017. The High Court decision of 26 June 2015 directed the preparation of bills for tabling in Parliament by the Attorney General for purposes of implementation of Articles 27, Sub-Article 8 and Article 81B of the Constitution of Kenya. The High Court decision of 29th March 2017 required Parliament to implement the two-thirds gender rule within 60 days from that day. We appeared before the Honorable Chief Justice this morning for a mention of the petition alongside 5 other petitions by Honorable David Sudi, Madam Margaret Toili, Mr. Frederick Kishana Mbugwa, Mr. Aoko Bernard, and Mr. Stephen Owoko. The 6 petitions were mentioned for directions towards their hearing. The Honorable Chief Justice indicated to the petitioners present that the Speakers of the National Assembly and the Senate had earlier on sought time to enable their compliance with the orders of the Court and the Constitution of Kenya. It had been the representation of the Speakers to the Honorable Chief Justice that there were 2 pending bills which they required time to enable debate and enactment. The Honorable Chief Justice indicated that he had not received any communication from the Speakers. In any event, the two-thirds gender rule requirement has not been attained. The Honorable Chief Justice confirmed that the time sought by the Speakers had lapsed. There is therefore need to commence the process of dissolution of Parliament as required by Article 261, Sub-Article 7 of the Constitution of Kenya. Accordingly, the Chief Justice directed that the 6 petitions be served upon the Speakers of the 2 Houses of Parliament and the Attorney General. The Speakers and the Attorney General were directed to file their responses to the petitions within 14 days of service. The petitions will be mentioned upon expiry of the 14 days for directions on their hearing. We will update you on further developments as and when we hear from the Honorable Chief Justice. Kenyans, it is our expectation that the two-thirds gender rule shall be attained in due course. When this is done, it will be remembered that our initiative as the Law Society of Kenya is participatory of many other players whose consistent efforts since 2010 have laid a firm foundation leading to the moment we are in, and without whose involvement no progress could have been made. To that end, we acknowledge the role played by Daisy Amdanyi of Crew Trust, Wangeshi Washira of Crew, Katiba Institute, Jerotich Say the Active Citizen, We Are 52%, and Women of Kenya, as well as all those great men and women who have tirelessly worked towards achieving gender parity in Kenya. Thank you, friends. May I now invite Madam Beth Michoma to speak insofar as the Gender Committee of the Law Society of Kenya is concerned. Beth.
Thank you, President. It has been 10 years since the promulgation of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. The same amount of years that everyone in the country has been fighting for the implementation of Article 81B of the Constitution. It is time that no one is left behind. It is time that no group is discriminated upon. It is time that Parliament is dissolved to ensure that everybody is catered for in this country as per the Constitution. The Law Society of Kenya, as always, shall uphold the Constitution of Kenya. Each and every one of us took an oath or affirmed to uphold the Constitution of Kenya and to always defend and protect the rule of law. We shall ensure to that end that every Kenyan is included in the participation of everything in this country, and we shall also ensure that we follow through with what we promised on the 17th of July 2020. I urge you to work with us. I urge you to be with us as we defend the rule of law and as we uphold the Constitution of Kenya. Thank you very much, President.
Thank you, Mr. President and LSK Council. I'm here representing the women of Kenya under the National Women's Steering Committee and others who have worked tirelessly since the promulgation of the Constitution and even from before the promulgation of the Constitution to ensure that women's rights have been adequately captured. And I want to thank the Law Society of Kenya for recognizing the efforts that have been made by women. For the longest time, the issue around the 2/3 gender rule has been seen not so much as a constitutional issue, but as a women's issue. And to that extent, it has been ignored because there has been a culture in this country of ignoring women and making women invisible and not acknowledging the efforts that women have put into the design of our country and inclusion. The 2/3 gender rule is a key principle of inclusivity enshrined in the Constitution. So it is not just a women's issue, but it is a constitutional issue. And we want to appreciate the President and the Law Society of Kenya for taking up this issue and bringing it to the attention of the nation. Because for as long as the women have been doing it, and the numerous court orders that we have gotten, there has just been ignoring of those court orders and terming it a women's issue. So I want to thank the Law Society of Kenya, and I want to urge citizens out there to understand that when there is a violation of anyone's rights, it is a violation of all our rights. The nation has been comfortable with the exclusion of women for as long as the 2/3 gender rule has not been implemented. And we have seen that it has led to further erosion and ignoring of several fundamental rights and freedoms of Kenyans, where court orders are ignored by the state. And now we are witnessing a culture of impunity, and it does not augur well for our country. And so we hope that indeed the seriousness that this issue deserves will be taken, and if Parliament must be dissolved to bring the point home that you cannot exclude anyone and you cannot ignore constitutional principles, then so be it. I would ask, Mr. President, that in keeping with the inclusion principle, because we also value the intergenerational approach to our engagement, that we have one of our young women who is also part of the feminist collective to speak, because they were the first petitioners to petition the Chief Justice, but the judiciary actually ignored that petition. Please allow her to speak.
My name is Japtum Bulut. I am here joined with from the We Are 52 collective. We are 52%. I would like to thank the President of the Law Society of Kenya for inviting us today. Indeed, as Daisy has said, that this issue is a constitutional issue and we cannot ignore it any longer. We'd like to thank the men and women, the Kenyan citizens who have continued to support us and to support this cause. And thank you.
Thank you, friends. Have a blessed day.